Lesson plan evaluation. Leroy H, Senior, Teaching Disciplinary Literacy, April 12, 2018. Overview of lesson. 8th grade lesson, Ideology, World War II, is the lesson at quality lesson plan. Checkpoint number 1. Does the lesson plan contain a writing component? Does that component require students to communicate through writing as a scientist, historian, mathematician, etc., but within their discipline in the real world? The lesson plan doesn't actually contain a writing component. However, there is an activity where students have to develop graphic organizer. Checkpoint number 2. Does the lesson plan require students to interact at some point as an intellectual community? Do they share their knowledge, learning, finding, using the language of the discipline? Yes. The lesson plan requires students to interact. Yes, during the interaction, they can share their knowledge and learning from the lesson. Checkpoint number 3. Does the lesson plan include a project-based activity? Are they doing the work that a real scientist, mathematician, historian, etc. would do in the real world? No, sir. The lesson doesn't include a project-based activity. I would say that they could be like a theorist, but not a scientist, mathematician, and etc. Checkpoint number 4. The ultimate evaluation is this. Does the lesson plan require students to think like a scientist, to think like a historian, think like a mathematician, etc.? Does it require students to learn, use, know a specific set of behaviors dedicated to the discipline or area of study within the discipline? I feel the lesson plan doesn't require the students to think like a theorist, a scientist, or a mathematician. However, I do feel that the students are doing some things like a theorist. No, I believe that the lesson plan doesn't make the student learn, use, know a specific set of behavior. Overall, I feel that this lesson plan wasn't a quality lesson plan for 8th grade. I feel that this was more suitable for the elementary level. As I stated in the second slide, writing was done, but it was a writing component. Yes, there was communication, but not even for a writing elaboration. I do feel that the students interact among peers and share their own knowledge and thought. However, I feel that it was on a higher level thinking skill, which leads me to discussion 3. I believe that this lesson didn't have a project-based activity on an 8th grade level. Yes, it was a graphic organizer developed, but I still feel that the lesson could have been more in-depth than it was. Research states that a project-based activity is when a student gains knowledge and skill by working for an extended period of time to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. However, I didn't see the complex question or the question that would challenge the student. I think that this lesson didn't make students think like a scientist, historian, or mathematician. However, I do feel some things made them do some things like a theorist, as I stated earlier. I believe that if this was more in-depth, complex, higher thinking question to stimulate the thinking, the lesson plan would be suitable. In closing, I have to say that this lesson plan isn't a quality lesson for 8th grade, but for upper elementary.